That's gonna turn around to you. Hey guys, I'm Darren from Held2Gether, and today we're going to focus on the key rule of improv, which is yes and. By simply telling a story and building off of the information that is created. When you begin to say yes and build off of different action steps, that's what helps create character, because the things they do, the actions they take, that is behavior. So let's see Alex and Sean. They're going to tell a story simply building off of each other with yes and.
Remember the time you went to the forest?
Yes, I remember that time, and I remember when I set up the tent wrong.
Yes, and I found one wooden stick to hold it up.
Yes, and then when you found that wooden stick, it encouraged me to start a fire that we needed.
Yes, and we spent 2 hours playing cards by the fire.
Yes, and when we got done playing with the cards by the fire, we heard a noise in the forest.
Yes, and we used the cards to tell us exactly which villain it will be that night.
And then when we picked out that one card, the queen, we turned into being a ghost.
Yes, and that ghost was from the witch of the castle next to us.
Yes, and I can't believe that we just didn't stay in the castle in the first place.
Yes, and we ran away.
Hey, remember that time you went to Niagara Falls?
Yes, and I held a cup of water to fill it up.
Yes, and you took that water and you blessed it.
Yes, and I saw a reflection in the cup.
Yes, and you took it as a sign that you were meant to live in Niagara Falls.
Yes, and lived at Niagara Falls with you.
Yes, and you called me up and told me to pack a suitcase.
Yes, and I called our jobs, both of them, and told them we're done.
Yes, and then I came, built this log cabin, and I have my own cup too. Let's do another one. Hey, remember that time we went to the mountains?
Yes, and I was super tired because I'm completely out of shape.
Yes, and I bought you an oxygen tank.
Yes, and I used it quite frequently, as to my wheezing did not help your being annoyed at me.
Yes, and as we were crawling up the mountain, I was wheeling you with this tank.
Yes, and then as you were wheeling me up the mountain, I fell off your pack.
Yes, and you rolled down the mountain into this friendly couple's trailer.
Yes, and they took care of me way better than you ever could.
Yes, and now I'm visiting you at their home. Right, remember that time we went alligator hunting in the swamp?
Yes, and you fell and an alligator bit your leg.
Yes, and I grabbed that alligator and wrestled him off out of the swamp and into the jungle.
Yes, and we cooked them for dinner.
Yes, and eating him, the pain in my legs started to throb and I screamed.
Yes, and we forgot to bandage you so you bled all the way home.
Yes, and as I was bleeding in your Hyundai Elantra, I noticed an urgent care right there in the jungle.
Yes, and so we took a sharp right turn and drove through the emergency door.
Yes, and I ran up to the desk or hopped up on my one leg and I gave them my insurance.
Yes, and I couldn't help but to rob the insurance people.
Yes, and now my legs all fixed up, and I don't gotta pay for it. I could just if I had. Remember that time we went out for your? No, that's gonna turn around to you.
I'll keep it.
I'm gonna say your bachelor party. I'm like, no.